Today, we're going to talk about uh, how we can maximize our sales on the upcoming Black Friday shopping frenzy. This is a great opportunity to raise our revenue, whether you're running an existing school, whether you're about to launch one. Black Friday is going to be obviously a seminal date for this year's online sales. So let's try to make the most out of it. Um, just to introduce myself, I'm Panos Chiosos. I'm one of the co-founders and the CEO of LearnWorlds. We launched LearnWorlds back in 2014 with the purpose of providing the best possible platform an online trainer could ever hope to have. We are, as a team, we are researchers. We have background in EdTech, working in EdTech for more than 20 years, and always try to bring the state of the art of e-learning, but also the state of the art of e-commerce and sales into a platform, an easy, usable platform with impeccable design that everybody can use to create the best possible online school and the best possible online courses, and share them with their audience, or sell them to their customers. So you probably know about LearnWorlds. Just very briefly, LearnWorlds is an educational business in a box. We're a Shopify for the knowledge economy. We give you all the tools you need to create an online website, a beautiful online website with ready-made templates, with zero design and coding experience required. We allow you to create amazing interactive online courses, and we give you all the tools you need to sell your courses, market your courses, manage and grow your audience, and have a full-blown business in a box, digital business in a box for your business, to complement your revenue, make it your own, your dedicated business, your full-time business. It's the one platform that you will ever need to succeed in the online course space. And as you know, online courses are on an amazing trajectory. E-learning is in the situation that we are in a post-pandemic world, or hoping this to become a post-pandemic world. E-learning has really taken off. It was already a business even before the pandemic. It was already a business that was growing by more than 100% per year. It was projected to reach 325 billion in 2025. But already now we see much larger numbers. The latest prediction I've seen is for the size of the e-learning industry to reach $1 trillion by 2027. Obviously, here this covers everything that can be categorized as e-learning. It could be corporate training, it could be direct to consumer B2C learning that is tailored to individuals, anything. But as you can imagine, this is a huge pie. So let's see what we can do to give you the opportunity to capture just a very small part of that in your own niche, in the subject you know and are passionate about, to help you create an amazing online business and make students happy, and also create a great source of income for you and your business and your family. So Black Friday, this is obviously, we're talking about a crazy couple of days. It's not just Black Friday, but it's this season keeps growing every year. More and more dates before and after Black Friday are part of this shopping frenzy. This is the busiest week of the year for many businesses. Online sales in the Black Friday 2020 were bigger than $14 billion. It was already a 76 year-over-year increase over the previous year. And as you can imagine, this year it's going to be even larger. We are living in a world right now where physical shops, brick and mortar shops, are difficult to reach. In several countries, there are restrictions or lockdowns even, sadly. So the traditional way of going to a shop and buying what you like, consumer goods, or a new TV, or a new gadget for you and your friends and your family, or as a gift, this is becoming increasingly more difficult. So this is a trend that we were seeing also in the past, but it has been catalyzed immensely by COVID. the digitization of e-commerce, more and more digital products being sold, and also products being sold through e-commerce and virtual ways. So we already see a huge increase in the number of people who are shopping mostly online or exclusively online. And this is the same is going to happen also in this Black Friday. So even if you are a traditional business or any kind of business, e-commerce is going to be the indispensable as we go forward, and it's definitely going to make a big impact in this Black Friday. And also we have to keep in mind that it's not just Black Friday. Sales and offers already are happening online for Thanksgiving, which is the day before. Then we have the Small Business Saturday, and then we have obviously the Cyber Monday, which is traditionally connected with electronics, but digital products and online courses are a big part of that. And what we have been seeing traditionally in the past couple of years is that Black Friday offers don't start on Black Friday. Sometimes they start a week in advance, or even a couple of weeks, or even a month in advance. We have already seen some Black Friday offers going around, or some announcements, pre-announcements, or waiting lists for Black Friday offers. So everybody knows that Black Friday offers will come. You might have seen in your online school, you might already have seen a dent in sales, as people expect or hope that they can get the product that they want in a discounted price. Or you might already have seen people reaching out to you asking for an early bird discount, or like mentioning that they are waiting until the Black Friday. So this is something that is already we're already seeing this around. It's not just one day; it's multiple days, and it starts even earlier than Black Friday. So you have to start preparing now, and you have to have your entire strategy laid out so that you can profit from this opportunity. So some other things that you have to know if you're launching your first course, or if you want to improve your existing course, or you want to relaunch your online school. We have an amazing series of webinars and resources that is happening. You can just go out to justlaunchit.learnworld.com. There we have resources and trainings and videos and ebooks from amazing experts like Marie Smith and Sarah Cordiner. We're talking to you about how to do Facebook marketing, how to create landing pages that convert, how to create your courses, how to do email marketing, everything that you might have needed. Even in areas that you are very well versed, it might make sense for you to go out and see if you've missed anything, or there are any other opportunities or any other knowledge that you could apply to your course, but also any questions that you may have, something that you think inhibits you and stops you from being successful, whether it's technical, whether it's the setup of your online courses, whether it's the mix of marketing channels that you're using, or the language that you're using. You will probably find amazing resources and checklists and ready-made templates that you can just apply right now in your school and take this advantage. This knowledge obviously is not just about Black Friday. It's applicable anywhere, anytime. But now, ahead of Black Friday, it's the best opportunity to just go out and make your site as functional, as impressive. Make every page, every conversion count. So try to optimize as much as you can. So the content is already there. It's already happening. A few of the webinars have happened, but they are already available. But we also have more courses and more webinars every week coming to you. So give it a try. So here we go now on the juicy practical part of the application of the presentation. 10 tactics for maximizing your course sales. Again, all of these are probably applicable throughout the year. You can see when and where you can use them, and if you're doing a seasonal offer or in any other occasion. But if you use them all together, or if you employ them as much as you can, it's a great opportunity to do that on during Black Friday and this crazy occasion. The first thing, and I guess this is I understand that this might feel very intuitive and self-evident, but we have to stress it as much as we can that your funnel is everything. So you need to keep generating demand, and whatever you're doing, now is the time to double down. Now is the time to invest in every marketing channel you're using. You have to come up to Black Friday with the biggest possible funnel, as many people as possible in every channel you need, whether this is your social channels and your Facebook group, for example, or your Clubhouse or your LinkedIn group, your email list, any live webinars that you might be doing, the size of your list, you have to try as much as possible so that you can go to Black Friday and the offer announcement with the biggest possible funnel. So if you have, let's say, a monthly limit on your Facebook budget or your AdWords budget, double it this month. So this is an exceptional month. So you have to take advantage of this, and also you have to understand how consumers behave. Everybody will be out with their credit card to spend. So if you perhaps feel that you can wait and not go into this Black Friday like shopping spree because you might, I don't know, feel bad about this consumerism and you might want to abstain, you have to keep in mind that people will be out to shop. So if you try to do something later in December, you will probably see that people are not willing to buy as much. So you have to go out and use this. You might frame your offer in a different way, but now is the time to spend more if you're using paid channels, or to do more activities in your other channels like email and blogging, so that you can have an as big audience as possible when Black Friday arrives. Keep generating leads. That's definitely true throughout the year. But if there are any aces that you can pull out of your sleeve, any tactics that you haven't used, any emails that you haven't sent, any blog posts that you didn't have the chance to finish and publish, do it now. Try to get as much attention as possible. And also you have to warm up your audience. It's not just sufficient to go out on the day of the Black Friday or the day before and start sending emails. People need to be able to recall your brand. So you have to present yourself. They have to remember you. You have to go in a helpful, respective, informative, helpful way, and give them information, share things with your audience, so that when you come up with an ask, when you come up to them with an offer, they will remember you and they will have created this trusting relationship with you. Is it possible to do that in like 15, 20 days? No, this is a constant process, but anything more you can do now, this might help you get better results at the end of the month. The second thing, and it's becoming increasingly important, we've been stressing it out for years, but every year we see this being materialized in front of our eyes, is that mobile friendliness is now indispensable. More and more sales are happening through mobile devices. Already in 2020, revenue on Black Friday, 40% or more of revenue was generated from smartphones, from mobile devices. The predictions for this year is that way above 50% is going to happen on mobile devices. Already, for example, in Shopify stores, I was reading some interesting numbers. 79% of traffic for 2021 comes from mobile devices, and 69% of orders come from mobile devices. As you can imagine, in a word that was especially true for a big part of 2021, when people were under lockdown in one house, multiple people, not enough laptops lying around, so people were reverting more and more to their phones and their tablets, and they were using increasingly these channels to just browse and shop and do lots of the work. And this continues to be the case. And people don't just browse on mobile devices, but they complete actual checkouts and they do purchases from mobile devices. So it's absolutely important that you go out and check your school, whether you're running a school on LearnWalls or on other platforms. You have to make sure that every page is super mobile friendly, responsive, looks perfect on mobile devices, because this is what people will be using, more of them, the majority of them, what they will be using. So if you're using LearnWalls, it's super easy to do because LearnWalls is mobile friendly right out of the box. All the pages are mobile optimized. So just make sure that you haven't, while customizing the pages, that you haven't broken anything. If you have, it's quite easy with a website builder to just go in and fix it, or recreate a page and make sure that it works optimally. For those of you who already have a mobile app, I'm not sure if you're aware, but LearnWalls is the only major course platform that offers a native mobile application. And I'm not talking about the generic LearnWalls app where everybody would go in and see your school and your competitors' courses and everything else. I'm talking about the possibility of getting a mobile app just with your brand. So imagine your brand, your native mobile app published in iOS and in Apple Store and Google Play. I don't think that our team has availability this month for publishing any more apps. The queue is already full, and also I think next month is full as well. But if you're interested in something like that, send us an email, check out the relevant pages, opt-in forms on our website, and we might not be able to give you a mobile app for Black Friday, but you can have it for the next occasion. Mobile, and also with in-app purchases and push notifications. Mobile becomes increasingly important. People may not study fully online, but increasingly they're used to purchasing online. So you have to make sure that your online store, your website, your online school is perfectly capable to handle the traffic, to offer an optimal experience, and to offer an amazing, easy checkout experience so that people can actually purchase from the website. This is very, very important. The next item on our agenda is that amongst all this shopping and communication frenzy, and marketing frenzy, you have to make your offer stand out. So this has to do both with the design, the aesthetics, how your offer looks like, but also the structure, the percentages, the numbers. All these little things help, and they can make your offer stand out from the dozens or even hundreds of offers that people will be seeing through their mobile feeds, through their social feeds and emails these days. So you have to prepare, even though you're probably not a designer, or you cannot afford to have a designer to create special custom handmade graphics for you. There are still amazing opportunities for you to get great visuals and use them for your offers. So we do have prepared a special blog that you can just go out and use. We have 30 Black Friday templates for you. These are ready to be used in Canva software. So these are social media templates, and later on I will show you. You can use them on email headers, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and later on I will also show you how you can use those. How you can use special Black Friday templates in your website builder and your website. So just go there, download the templates, and you will be able to start customizing them and have creative, beautiful, engaging designs to present your offer, which they can be customized easily with just a special image that is relevant to your audience, obviously, or to your product, or it could be yourself. You can customize percentages, text, everything, and you can have some great designs. Preparing your audience is also important, as I mentioned. Just coming up with an offer out of the blue will not work. You have to warm up your audience, and they have to know that something is coming their way. They have to keep checking their emails and be on the lookout for your offer. Always, we're talking about social proof. This is immensely important to show. If you have this, obviously, happy customers, happy students, how they have been transformed from your course, how they have been transformed from your coaching, how much they enjoyed it, how it helped them achieve X or Y or Z. It's always important to have this social proof. So try to include that in your offer or in your pages. Again, this is a standard practice. This is something that you have to do throughout the year. But if you have been postponing that, now is the time to do it ahead of Black Friday. And also, this is again general practice. It doesn't apply just to Black Friday, but as you can imagine, there are many spontaneous purchases on Black Friday, and people might not feel okay with a purchase they made, or they might ask for a refund. Make sure that you have very clear policies about what you offer, how you sell it, when you sell it, what are the possibilities of a refund, so that there is no misunderstanding about your offer, no small print, nothing that might harm the relationship of trust that you're building with your customers. This is very important for the overall health and quality of your online school and your e-commerce. So you have to make sure that everything is very well communicated. There are many shady offers that will be flying around these days. You have to make sure that yours also stands out in terms of quality and clarity and what you offer to your students. The next thing is about how you discount and how your offer again can stand out. Here you can be very creative with your offers, and there's no one size fits all. There's no one number or one discount or what percentage that covers everything. So you have to see what works for you. And for example, people sometimes come to us and they say, okay, do I have to offer a huge discount? Does it have to be a 50 or 60 or 80%, because these are the numbers that I'm seeing around? And do I have to make this apply to all my courses, and how I should do it? No, you don't have to apply to give it a huge discount. That's not what it should be. It should not be a race to the bottom. Obviously, big numbers and big percentages are very impressive. So you can still have a huge number, a huge discount that can be very attractive, a 50% or a 60 or a 70%, but it doesn't have to be across all your products. It can just apply to one product. You can just have a flagship product with a large discount, something that you're not selling so frequently, but this is where you also have the biggest margin, the most leeway to offer a large discount. So it doesn't have to be horizontal. You can even exclude some of the products of this discount, products that are much more premium or tailored to a specific audience. You don't have to give them out during Black Friday. So you have to be creative. You don't have to have a flat horizontal discount. You can have one very impressive discount, which can be prominently shown on the creatives and the emails to make people come to your website, and then there you have more opportunity to explain, to give different discounts. And this is obviously something that you can set up very easily within LearnWorlds. You can have different coupons that apply in different packages and or subscriptions. You can structure your offers in such a way that it makes sense for you, and it's also profitable. It shouldn't be a race to the bottom. You should still have opportunity to earn and have profits out of this. You can still use some impressive percentages to draw people. You can even have one or two courses function as, or plans, let's say if you're selling subscriptions, function as loss leaders. So even if you don't make money out of one, still having a customer and having the opportunity to upsell to them and sell them more products, more courses, more subscriptions later on, even this makes sense. So even in some cases, if you use a huge discount to draw people and increase your market share without immediate profit, this can make sense in the long term if you can upsell them to other products. But you can still structure your offers, use multiple coupons, multiple discounts, and make sure also that you limit when and how these offers apply, so that people have clear expectations about what they're getting, when this offer starts to function, and when this offer expires. This is always very important. And also bundling bonuses or other products into your offering might also make sense. It can be something as simple as a second course, like buy one and get one free, or buy two and get one free, buy one course and get one that you can gift to somebody else. This can be a nice idea. We even seen people bundling in physical products along with their online courses. It can be a book that complements your course. It can be a product from another store. It can be a t-shirt. It can be something that is relevant to your audience and would make them happy. We've even seen exchanges of gifts. So you can, for example, if you're working along with somebody who has a bookstore, an online bookstore, you can collaborate, so you can offer a free online course along with any book sold, or a book free as a gift along with any online course sold. So there are many ways that can be relevant to your niche, to your audience, to your market segment. So think about how you can do this creatively. Think how you can expand your audience and gain a foothold into other audiences and other markets. And here is another bunch of ideas that apply everywhere there is marketing and sales, but obviously it's very timely advice for Black Friday, to use scarcity and fear of missing out in your offers. If the offer is if it doesn't have a limit, if it doesn't feel exclusive, it's not very effective. So first of all, use coupons and bundles. Even the physical, this little let's say this little physical act of entering a coupon and seeing the price decreasing is immensely satisfactory for many people. We have been I guess we have been trained to operate this way. So it's we have been conditioned. So it's a great way to have a coupon and see people go in and see an initial price of 100 or 1,000 and add the coupon and see how it works. So it's a nice I guess experience, a nice little thing to do. Also, make sure to limit your coupon. You can use both time and the number of redemptions, the number of times a coupon can be redeemed, as ways to increase this sense of exclusiveness. So you can say that this coupon obviously expires on midnight Black Friday, or you can even create a more stratified way of offering your discount. I can remember one example. It's something that we've used for a couple of years. We had not an individual Black Friday discount, but actually we had a Black Friday week that was starting from Monday on, and every 24 hours the discount was dropping, was diminishing. So we started with a 50% discount, and the next day was becoming a 40% discount, and then it was 30% discount. So as you can imagine, it was a race, everybody trying. It was quite fun. Actually, we were seeing a few minutes before the discount, before every discount expired, and the price was about to increase, we saw people rushing to complete their purchases. So do not underestimate what this scarcity can do. We have some amazing widgets that you can use in every website, in every landing page, and in every course. With our website builder, we have timers. So this is something that is, again, because we have been conditioned. There is lots of psychology, I guess, here in how e-commerce works throughout the years, and in all platforms and in all circumstances. Amazing timers where you see actually that the opportunity to redeem a coupon is expiring, so people rush because they know that they have a few minutes to do it. So it's very interesting. Also, the number of redemptions. That's something that, again, you can do very easily with LearnWaltz. For every discount, for every coupon you create, you can set up a fixed number of redemptions so that people know that they have to rush, otherwise they will lose this opportunity. Again, here's something that we stress very, very much. Make sure to test your coupons and make sure that you have a working checkout funnel. We've seen this time and time again with people who forgot to test it, or they had somehow inadvertently disconnected their payment gateway, and then on the day of Black Friday they were wondering why they weren't seeing any purchases coming in. So you have to make sure that everything works. You can do a test purchase, you can then refund it, or if you don't want to overburden your credit card, you can just set up a course, a fictional course with a $1 price momentarily, complete the purchase and make sure that everything works, that your coupon works. This is important. You want to your site to be impeccable during this period. And this is again a bonus idea. You can have a different deal every day. This will give you, it can be an offer on one course on one day, on another course on another day, on the third day it can be a bundle or it can be a subscription. This will give more variability in your offering, and it will give you more opportunities to reach out to your customers. This can be extra postings on your social feed, it can be extra emails. So you're renewing interest, you might be offering a discount on one course on one day, and then on the other, so which might not be relevant to everybody, and then on the other day people will see that you have a discount on another course, so they will click and come back to your school. Think again creatively. We make it easy with all the technology and all the templates that we offer. Think creatively about how you can make your offering interesting and appealing to people. And here we go a bit into the design aspects. All sales, in order to happen effectively, they need an amazing checkout experience, which starts with a landing page. So you have to make sure that your landing pages work great, as I mentioned before, and look great. As I mentioned before, verifying that they work optimally on mobile browsers is a top priority, especially for this year. So make sure to check it out. You can check it out with any browser or actively with your mobile phone. Make sure that they work and the checkout works. And also, we've made it super easy with our website builder to fully customize your website. So even if you want to adapt your website just for these few days, for Black Friday, and have a unique site flavor, festive flavor for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you can do it. It's just a few clicks, so it's super easy to do it. That now it makes sense. I mean, I would have never dreamed to offer like that or suggest something like that a couple of years ago, because this would require lots of work from you and redesign, and perhaps hiring a designer or have somebody create a special design, which have been very cumbersome and very expensive and even dangerous for your website. But now you can do it super easily with the website builder of LearnWaltz, and you can just create a site flavor. It doesn't have to be festive if you don't like. You can just do a renewal, a nice relaunch, redesign, change a few colors, apply a new theme or a new design to your school and give a new, fresh, even perhaps a more professional design. But even if you like to just adapt your school to the Black Friday season, you can just create a new site flavor. Perhaps you can use black as one color of your theme, or you can make a dark theme just for a few days. You can apply that super easily with a couple of clicks across your entire website, and then after Black Friday, after Cyber Monday, you can just revert to your original design. And then you can always keep the site flavor just to be around. You can do that on Black Friday. You can have a different site flavor for Cyber Monday. Obviously, you can have a festive, reddish, whatever for Christmas, for the Christmas holidays. It's super easy to adapt your school. So it's a nice opportunity. Even if you don't want to go all in and all Black Friday, you can just go to your website and apply a new theme. It's a nice opportunity for a nice relaunch, a nice opportunity for you to reach out. And again, here as a side benefit and the side bonus, we have some amazing templates that we're giving for Black Friday. I'll show them a bit later. You can even reuse these templates as banners. So if you're not good with graphics design, if you don't use Canva, even if you don't like or want to use the the templates that we're giving out, you can just take the website templates from the website builder that are looking so sleek and so beautiful. You can just screenshot a part of the page and use that for your social media designs, for your banner designs. It might not be like optimized in the dimensions, but they will work flawlessly. And the extra benefit is that they will look identically to your website. So your social media designs or your banner designs will look identical to your website. And this is a great bonus, because sometimes people just go to Facebook, they see a page which looks like, I don't know, yellow with blue letters, and then they click and they end up in on a green website with red letters. So the experience might be overwhelming, and it might be throwing them like off their feet if it's not a cohesive experience. But here, by just copy and pasting templates or screenshotting templates from the website builder, you can very easily for free create great graphics. Also, as a bonus, a landing page workshop that you can attend on the Just Launch It website. You will find the link in the presentation. Some great experts here helping us, teaching us how to create the best possible landing pages. They talk about design, they talk about layout, they talk about copywriting. So some great tips and tricks here for you to work on your landing pages. Even imagine improving the conversion rate by 1%. This can mean great more profits for you. It's landing pages are super important. If you're wondering about the presentation and the links, obviously we'll share the full presentation, so you will have access to all the links here, the URL. So don't worry about that. We'll make sure to send you the presentation right after this webinar. Also, again, something that we just announced, I think we announced it on Tuesday, special offer templates to use in your landing pages. Our designers, they worked overtime. They created some special new templates that you can find in the website builder. You can use those beautiful designs. I think you will find something that will match your website, either or in any case, always you can go with something black. These are new landing page zones. There is a separate section here in the website builder. You can go in and find these new designs, and with just a few clicks embed them into your landing pages. So you can do that on your homepage, you can do that on your landing pages, you can do that on the after login page, so that even if somebody logs into their dashboard, they will see the Black Friday offer. So you can use that anywhere. You can combine it obviously with the countdown widgets I mentioned before, or with pop-ups, or with anything else. So these are special designs for this season, for this opportunity, and obviously all of those can be later repurposed for a different holiday. So it's great to use them. Feel free to. You will already find them in your website builder. Showcase your offers at your home and after login pages. Don't forget your existing customers and the opportunity to upsell or sell them a new product, or cross-sell something. So it's not just about getting new customers, but you also have to appreciate and satisfy your existing customers, and also use pop-ups. Pop-ups is a very new feature here in LearnWorlds. Usually, again, I would be reluctant to talk about pop-ups, because in the past it would require you to spend and use a new software. You would have to spend something all the way from $10 all the way to $50 per month just to have the possibility to use pop-ups, either for signing up to your newsletter, or showing an exit pop-up for with a last minute offer, let's say, or a special discount, or an extra coupon. But now you can do that all within LearnWorlds for free. It's a built-in tool. You can use the same designs, the same fonts, the same colors, logos, everything. So it will be the same look and feel. And you can create, for example, an exit pop-up with your Black Friday offer. So even if people don't stay with the initial, let's say 40% offer, you can give them a 50, 60, 70% offer on one particular course the moment they leave. So the moment you're losing them. So it's a great extra tool that you can use. If you haven't used that in your school, go in and test it out. All these are super easy to use. You will find also articles and guidance on our help center about how to use these tools. Marketing campaign. Again, marketing, email marketing remains the top performing marketing channel. It might seem old style, you know, in the era of TikTok and Instagram. Email might feel a bit old style, but it's not. It's super effective. We see that in traditional e-commerce, we see that in Shopify, in all the numbers that top e-commerce engines publish. We also see that in online courses. It's by far the most top performing email channel. So you have to polish this. If you haven't used that, now is the chance to do it. I can remind you that LearnWorlds already offers integrations with the top 4 email marketing tools like MailChimp and Aweber and ActiveCampaign. And with our Zapier integration, you can connect any other tool if you happen to use another tool. You have to start working from now. Again, just blasting somebody on the Black Friday day, it will not suffice. You have to warm up your audience. You have to have a clean list. So make sure to clean up your list. You have to create anticipation. You have to re-engage with people, create this report if you have lost it in the, let's say, in the period leading up to Black Friday. Use an email marketing tool. Use these integrations that we offer because they will help you sync your leads from your school to your MailChimp or email marketing tool and vice versa, and send out and use email marketing. One way to do it is you can have a landing page. And you can create a wait list where people can just go in and sign up for this wait list, and you can tag those people. So you can even send this email this week and have people be on your wait list for the announcement of your Black Friday offer. So they will anticipate it, they will keep it in mind, and they will open your email, which means that your open rates of the eventual offer will be even higher. So make sure that you communicate frequently. Make sure that you are always helpful and provide valuable information. Use countdown timers. It's also important, even in your emails. And there are some tools out there that help you add little timers on your offers. We have been using that as well, and it's working. And obviously, we've learned from some of our top customers that have been using these techniques. Everything I say here today is things that we have seen actually working in the field. People are using and having success with those. And again, if you're more interested into this, learning more about email marketing, we have a special workshop just for that. So make sure to go in. We have Sarah Cordiner working with us on creating this webinar, some amazing information, and Jan Jennings. So go there, check out. We'll have ready-made templates for you to use. We have checklists. So anything that can help you get that little extra edge out of email marketing, make sure to use it. Now it's the time to send your best possible emails and your most effective emails so that you can maximize your sales. Affiliates, one of the, it can be, it's a channel that used to have kind of a bad reputation in the past because of all the bad ways that affiliates have been used, but not so in online courses. It's a super effective channel, is amazingly effective in online courses. People trust influencers, and then they trust what they're being, especially in a specific niche or topic. If there's a prominent person, a person that is being followed, and you can reach out to them and work with them as an affiliate, this can be an amazing channel for you. Again, in the past, you would have to use a separate platform for that, something that could cost as much as $100 per month just to be able to run an affiliate program. Not so. In LearnWorlds, there's a built-in full affiliate tool. So if you have not been using it, now is the time to activate it. So effectively, with the affiliate, you can convert each and every one of your students into resellers of your online school. So you can just go out to them, give them early warning, tell them that a Black Friday offer will be coming, tell them that they have an opportunity to earn out of this promotion. Imagine this is kind of it's a bad connotation, but this is the virality effect of affiliate marketing. If any one of your students sends an email to 10 people, imagine how big this can become. More and more people learning about your offer, learning about your online course, learning about what they can become there. So this can be an amazing opportunity. But always keep in mind that your normal students might have a limit in their size of their audience, the size of their network, so they might not be the best affiliates. Obviously, if there are prominent people in your field, bloggers, podcasters, YouTubers, influencers in your field, reach out to them. It's an amazing opportunity also for them to make money. They might not know about your course, they might not be promoting a similar offering. Reach out to them, tell them that they can get a special promotional link. It's super easy for them. They can just mention it in their email casually, in their next blog, in their next podcast. They can bring tens, hundreds, we've seen even thousands of users and customers to you, and this can become an amazing winning opportunity for them. You can set up different levels of commissions for different affiliates as well in our most premium plan. So it's an amazing opportunity to learn about the built-in affiliate tool. Again, some great support here on our article about how to use that and how to effectively use that for your campaigns. Next, we go about course promotions. You have to go where your audience is. You have to see where your students are spending time, what they're doing. So pitch to blogs, pitch to podcasts, pitch to YouTubers, owners of Facebook groups or owners of clubhouses, owners of prominent TikTok accounts. It depends. Map them, see who they are, reach out to them, try to reach a win-win situation. The affiliate link can be super helpful here, although there are other ways to measure what kind of traffic and sales they sent back to you. You can use UTMs, you can use another referral engine. Anything can be integrated with LearnWorlds quite easily. Social media influencers, experts in your fields, different businesses or similar businesses in your fields, complementary businesses, as I mentioned before. A bookstore can be a partner, or a restaurant, or a traditional brick and mortar business. Work with them. They're trying also to increase their reach, and they're trying to gain access to new audiences. This is also your goal. So look around you, find people who are close to your audience, close to your ideal customers, or to some specific personas, and try to come up with win-win scenarios, how you can reach out to more people, and also how you can help other people back, either with an offer, with a commission, or just with an exchange of audiences. There are many businesses right now that are creating Black Friday bundles. So it can be 10 businesses that are selling courses. You can even reach out to other course sellers. Even you today here in our chat, you can find opportunities. Somebody might be having an online course on fitness. Another one might have an online course on nutrition. This can be an amazing coupon, the same coupon that you create in both your schools, and you exchange. So you can cross-pollinate your audiences, and you can come back with something that is larger than the sum of the parts. This is the way to create, a chain of exchange, and let's say a more social pool of your resources to gain access to more resources, to bigger audiences, and gain more sales out of your online store. And here the final, a bit more pro advice on how to grow your sales. Again, this is something that is applicable throughout the year, but it will make perfect sense to use it even more here on Black Friday. How to set up retargeting and remarketing on your website. So here we are focusing especially on Facebook ads and how you can retarget people who have visited your website, your online school, or even particular course pages, and how to retarget them. or you can even start with your existing email list, the list of students, or the list of emails, and you can create custom audiences and look-alike audiences on that. If you're using that, it's always a great opportunity to refresh your knowledge with our updated guide on how to use Facebook ads for promoting your online courses. If you haven't used Facebook ads in the past, now is the time to give it a try. Our guide here breaks this information down very in a very fine detail, in a very approachable way, so you can just check it out, see how you can start. You don't have to do everything. You can start with the basics, just a basic retargeting. Retargeting or remarketing is an amazing technique. Even somebody who just casually scrolls, and they go through your profile, or they go through your website, and they don't stop to purchase because you might have caught them at the wrong time. They might be commuting at that point through a mobile device, and they might not have their credit cards, along with them to just complete a purchase. Refreshing their memory a couple of days later, or promoting your offer, bringing your offer in front of them again, it will help them to recollect what they've seen, go back in and check it out. Remarketing ads are the ads with the highest ROI in Facebook. So make sure to check out this guide. Even if you haven't done that in the past, there are certain steps that you can easily do this time. Give it a try, and this will keep bringing sales to you even post Black Friday. So you try to increase your audience, you try to send as much ready people or warmed up people to your campaign, but with the remarketing, you can still bring them back even after Black Friday and try to win them on later. This is, again, something that applies throughout the year, but now is the best chance with all this additional traffic and purchase and general and purchases that will happen around Black Friday. It's the best time to use it. So that's it about our suggestions. Just a couple of observations here that are to explore a bit what is the landscape here. This is the year 2021, especially with all the lockdowns, with all the crazy lockdowns, but to a large extent, unfortunately, this continues. So in 2022, we have the virtualization of experiences. We have so much less things happening in the physical world, and so many more things happening in the digital world. Even shortages of goods and delays in delivery that are happening, especially around consumer goods and electronic devices. People might not be able to get their favorite mobile phone or laptop or screen, or I don't know, like gaming device. So they're turning more and more into digital experiences, and online courses are amazing forms of online products. Education is also an amazing form of marketing, and is also a very useful product. So that's also one of the advantages of selling online courses. You don't need a store, you don't need a truck, you don't need a delivery driver. This is purely a digital experience. You can just create an amazing product on your own, on your in your office, in your home office, with a laptop and the camera and the cheap microphone, and you can just deliver it 24/7 to a global audience without any intermediary. This is direct to consumer e-learning. This is a digital business in a box. So make sure to use this opportunity to increase your sales. Have the best possible e-commerce store set up for Black Friday. Many popular ideas to sell. It might be late now to start working, obviously, on something new, but we've seen an increase in searches around all these fields in the past year, and this continues still. People are restrained, are constricted in what they can do in the physical world. So more and more things are happening online. People are spending more in their hobbies, in their personal well-being, in the well-being of their families. So there are amazing opportunities for you here to go out and promote your products. Also, we talked about Black Friday, the Black Friday week, but we have other holidays coming up. So everything that we've mentioned here also applies to other holidays. I know that people sometimes complain about how we make all this a materialistic thing and how we make it all about sales. We're talking here about the opportunities that you may have. You might use these holidays in these holiday opportunities in a different way. You might not want to sell or make an offer, but still they are amazing opportunities for you to connect with your audience, to connect with the students, offer them something meaningful. It can be a gift. It doesn't have to be connected to money, but you can just find a nice opportunity to reach out to them. And I'm closing here by mentioning again our mobile app. We are the only online course platform that offers a native mobile application that you can get right away and publish in the App Store with your brand. No mention of LearnWorlds anywhere on the brand, offering in-app purchases and push notifications. As I mentioned, we have a waiting list right now, so we might not be able to offer all the app requests that are now on our waiting list even until the end of the year, although the entire team is working double shift to try to make this happen. But you have to keep an eye on what is coming. If you're interested, check it out, get as early as possible into the waiting list, and hopefully we can give you access to the tool as soon as possible. So that's it from me. I hope you got some nice advice, or at least you confirm some of the things that you are already doing. If you found all this advice not helpful, I'm super happy for you actually, because it means that you're already at the top of the game. So come back and tell us what you're doing, and we would like to add this to the next presentation and try to help the entire LearnWorlds community, try to make you be successful and connect with your students, offer valuable, amazing online courses, and have a great experience. So thanks everyone. Thanks also Nick for being with us and answering so many questions and being so helpful in preparing and organizing this webinar. Stay safe everyone, and see you on the inside. And I hope we get some great tips for you and some great input about your success in the upcoming Black Friday frenzy. Stay safe and see you soon.